Good evening, this is the CN English News Edition and you're watching with me, Kim Pongsai. First, the headlines. Kukizo bodies denounce MPS Krishna Tombi's request for additional ammunition to be used in Moreh. Kukizo elders, youths rescued and handed over Meitei youth to security forces from possible death. True bomb blast at a memorial event in Iran killed 103 attendees. News in detail. A press release issued by the Committee on Tribal Unity (COTU) said that the committee is deeply disturbed to learn that Th. Krishna Tombi Singh, MPS, SP Railways and in charge Special Commando Unit Manipur, wrote a letter to the Additional Director General of Police, Law and Order, requesting requisitions of additional ammunition in view of the prevailing law and order situation. The letter, dated the 30 December 2023, listed the requested ammunition as follows: 10,000 numbers of 7.62 LMG live rounds, 20,000 numbers of INSAS live rounds, 17,000 numbers of AK-47 live rounds, 150 numbers of 51 mortar live rounds, HE bomb, 3,000 numbers of 303 rifle live rounds. After seriously evaluating the current situations and the state police commandos' continuous atrocities on the innocent Kukizo civilian, the committee appealed the ADGP Law and Order not to issue the requested ammunition since it poses a serious threat to the existence of the minority Kukizo community. Moreover, it is an open secret that the Meitei police commandos have been at the forefront of attacks on Kukizo village and areas from the beginning of the current state-sponsored ethnic cleansing program. If these ammunitions are issued, it will surely be said with the radicalized Meitei militia such as the Arambai Tenggol, Meitei Lipunt and the Valley-based insurgent groups to attack and kill fellow citizens. If these ammunitions are issued, it will surely be said with the radicalized Meitei militia such as the Arambai Tenggol, Meitei Lipunt and the Valley-based insurgent groups to attack and kill fellow citizens, said the press statement. It may be noted that the majority of the 6,000 advanced weapons and millions of rounds of ammunition seized from the armories of various police stations in India Reserve battalions by radicalized Meitei militias in collusions with Meitei police are still at large. Unfortunately, the state administrator has done little to retrieve the looted guns and ammunition, instead relying on the SP Railways, who is a Meitei, to obtain more ammunition. This is devoid of any logic unless it is meant to be used to further decimate the Kukizo community. There are already several videos and images confirming that Meitei militants are freely moving throughout the Imphal Valley, armed with modern weaponry and clothed in police uniform. To date, these armed Meitei militias have killed 156 Kukizo in collusions with the police commandos, and providing more weapons would only serve to exacerbate the ongoing state-sponsored ethnic program. Therefore, the committee draws the attention of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to intervene and help the process of issuing additional arms and ammunition to the radicalized Meitei police personnel and militia. It is also a threat to the security of the country. A press release signed in the name of the Information and Publicity Wing, Tingnopal District Village Volunteers, state that there is no state force in Moreh town. Gunfights were between village volunteers and combined forces of Arambai Tenggol and surrendered Meitei militants masqueraded as police commandos. The Tingnopal District Village Volunteers would like to clarify that there were no instances of gunfight between government security forces and Kuki militants in Moreh town till today, except the recent gun battle between village guards and Meitei militia groups Arambai Tenggol and surrendered Meitei militants who masqueraded as police commandos. Gunfight broke out after the joint forces of Arambay Tenggol and Meitei militants burned houses in Langnomveng Moreh Ward number 9. And another gunfight broke out after these FAC commandos tried to burn down Savang Pai, Kananveng and Zionveng. The release also said it is well known to all that Arambay Tenggol and surrendered Meitei militants masqueraded as police commandos are stationed in the name of police commandos at Moreh Town, and some Meiteis who were once residents of Moreh Town are also masqueraded as police commandos in Moreh Town. Before the communal crisis, they are just shopkeepers, butchers, private water suppliers, ex-VDF, Police Defense Forces, civil police, has connections with Meitei terrorists and sympathizers of Myanmar-based Meitei militants and the CSO's leaders. Ridiculously, they were led by police officers with criminal records. There are a handful of state police personnel so as to conceal stationing of Meitei militia groups, to conceal the evil design of the Meitei government. And Biren Singh says involvement of foreign hand in Moreh incident. In fact, there is an evil hand of the Meitei government in escalating violence in the Kukizo area, Moreh. It is a surprise to learn how the state police officer demands more ammunition for Arambay Tenggol and Meitei militants in Moreh Town. The so-called Meitei police officer Krishna Tongbi Singh sent a letter to ADGP Law and Order to send the following ammunition in Moreh Town, which are 10,000 numbers of 7.62 LMG live rounds, 20,000 numbers of incest live rounds, 70,000 numbers of AK-47 live rounds, 150 numbers of 51 mortar live rounds, HE bomb, 3,000 numbers of 303 rifle live rounds. The press release further stated that these demanded ammunitions are to use by Arambay Tenggol and surrender Meitei militants who are masqueraded as police commandos. Krishna Tongbi Singh, alias KT Singh, while he was an additional SP OPS in Tingnopal district, had involved in criminal activities including drug trafficking. There were several instances of police and Assam Rifles apprehending police commandos under the command of KT Singh with consignment of drugs and other illegal items. Since the outbreak of communal violence between Meitei and Kukizo, the central government has already defined buffer zones between the hill and valley so as to bring back normalcy, deploying Meitei commandos and Meitei militia groups in Kukizo area Moreh. By passing the buffer zone, the zone is nothing but an evil design to provoke and to escalate violence in already peaceful areas. Violence will continue as long as there are Meitei forces in Kukizo areas. We are defending our ancestral land Moreh from these evil forces who try to annihilate Kukizo people in Moreh and Tingnopal district, said the release. Showing humanity amidst the violence, a group of Kukizo elders and youths rescued and handed over a Meitei driver, Kongtho Zamdinku, from a potentially unsafe area and handed him over to the security forces safely yesterday. This incident occurred when Dinku mistakenly drove into T Lailoi Pai, a Kuki village, where transporting BSF personnel to their headquarters at Zero Practical High School in Kakching district. He was asked couple of questions whether or not he was a member of the Arambay Tenggol or any other Meitei radical groups in Imphal, his possible linkage with valley-based militant groups. To the question that were asked, he said he has no connection whatsoever with the valley-based Meitei radical groups, nor he is a member of the Arambay Tenggol. Having believed that statement regarding his non-involvement in the affairs of the Meitei militant groups, the Kukizo elders and youths, with showing humanity, handed him over to the security forces without even a single scratch on his body. Later, Dinku and the vehicle he was driving has been handed to Bisnupur police by Sangaikot police. Another source said that the Meitei youth who was reportedly rescued by the Kukizo elders and youths and handed over to the security personnel was a member of the Arambay Tenggol unit, Thobal unit. A picture of him mingling with the Arambay Tenggol has been making round in social medias, where he was dressed in camouflage and holding a gun with other members of the group. There is a perception that he did not lose his way, rather he purposely came to the Kukizo-dominated area to probe on the strategy of the Kukizo village volunteers, said the source. Reverend Zungthang Trek expired yesterday at State Cancer Institute GMCH Guwahati. In response to that, the KCLF gifted sympathy gifts to the beloved family. He has led many people closer to God and changes many lives. His demise is a great loss for the colleagues and believers, both physically and spiritually. He was known to be an affectionate, kind-hearted, sympathetic person. His burial ceremony started today at 10 a.m. at ICI-CCC, Kompang Veng, Bilangkata, and successfully ended the burial program. The KCLF father made a consoling statement to the bereaved family and a prayer to produce more people in our society to follow and continue in his footsteps. So let's take a short commercial break.
Hi, welcome to Horeb Educational Academy, the first Cambridge international school in Manipur. If you are looking for the right school to continue class 9, we are the right place for you. Admission is open for IGCSE 2024, recognized in India as class 9 and 10.
An international education from Cambridge is about much more than developing subject knowledge. Our programmes and resources help develop learners who are confident, responsible, innovative, reflective, and engaged with society.
Cambridge International is part of University of Cambridge, UK. It is recognized globally, including India. With the support from Cambridge, we are hoping to deliver a world-class education with technology integrated and best syllabus the town have not experienced before.
The last date of admission is 28 February 2024. To get details, visit www.horebedu.in or office at Mulung Rengkai behind Vishal Mart.
Welcome back. Even though 147 Kukizo victims of the Métis atrocities in Imphal had been buried, still there are bodies of 15 victims that are still missing. In this regard, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF) sent a memorandum signed by Pakin Haukip, Chairman, Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF), Muan Tombing, Secretary, Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF), to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah requesting to retrieve bodies of the missing Kukizo. The memorandum reads, since the start of the ethnic conflict in Manipur, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF) has recorded 161 dead among the minority Kukizo tribals, most of whom were killed by bloodthirsty mobs in the streets of the capital Imphal, while 147 victims have been laid to rest. The bodies of 15 victims are still missing. Their families and the community cannot find closure until the remains of our brothers and sisters are returned to us for a dignified burial. Since the violence has resulted in a complete physical separation between the Métis community and Kukizo tribals, we are unable to return to Imphal and the surrounding valley areas to search for our loved ones. Therefore, the ITLF requests the Ministry of Home Affairs to help in locating, identifying, and bringing back the remains of the missing community members so that they can be given an honorable burial. Details of the missing victims are Ningay Chin, daughter of El Tongdo Pao, Sagakpam Imphal; Habim Kipgent, wife of Kennedy Sukno Napat Chandel; Thang Samir, son of Gim Minlun, Inao Mercelan; Manchipu Cree, Imphal West; Lalkuhau Kongsai, son of Dongkam Kongsai Mudbung, Kakbukpi; Tingzaluan, wife of Pauzatang Samtia Zoveng, Sukno; Lalboylin Haukip Songpal, Ukrul; Letmintang Haukip, son of Lunlim Haukip, Paitambung Tingnopal; Joseph Haukip, son of M. Lun Kupao Haukip Motzang, Tingnopal; Ning Lady, daughter of Zang Kungam, V. Haipi Zang Sukno; Ning Kim, wife of Mang Lun Bolkot, Lamka; John Tangzalam Haukip, son of Pao Kuhang Haukip Bolkot, Lamka; Hoi Biakim, daughter of El Lun Kulal, Hyangtam Lamka; Thang Min Kup, son of Kai Tian Lam, Loklai Pai Village, Lamka; Jin Lian Mung, son of El Lianzamang New Zoveng, Lamka; Nancy Zo, daughter of Kamkulun Zo, New Zoveng, Lamka respectively. Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Oma met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence today, marking his first visit since assuming office. The leaders delved into discussions on various issues concerning Mizoram, including the refugee situations and border narratives. Prime Minister Modi congratulated Chief Minister Laldu Oma on his electoral success, assured him of continued meetings to discuss matters concerning Mizoram and assured him to cooperate. Laldu Amma updated the Prime Minister on the current state of Mizoram and shared his vision for its future. Regarding the Indian-Myanmar boundary, Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Amma emphasized that the existing demarcation is a British colonial legacy, formulated without consulting the native population who were deeply impacted by the land divide. He expressed the challenge it poses for the Mizo people in accepting this man-made boundary, advocating for the unity of all Mizo ethnic groups and highlighting the shared ethnicity among Mizo people across the border and how they had been separated. The Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Amma also met the External Affairs Minister S.J. Jaisankar and took up several key issues during the discussion. Mizoram has been a refuge for those fleeing conflict and instability. The state has sheltered over 31,300 individuals from Myanmar following the military coup in February 2021, primarily from the Chin community, who shared ethnic ties with the Mizos. Report of the Indian Today Northeast said, additionally, more than 1,000 members of the ethnic-bound community sought safety in Mizoram due to military offensive in the Chittagong Hill tracts of Bangladesh in November 2022. Furthermore, an ethnic clash in Manipur in May 2023 led to over 9,000 internally displaced people taking refuge in Mizoram. The financial strain on Mizoram due to this humanitarian crisis was substantial. The state government had previously requested financial assistance of rupees 10,000 crore from the center to aid the internally displaced people from Manipur. But the response from the central government was still pending at the time of Laldu Amma's visit. The meeting between CM Laldu Amma and India's top officials were not only crucial for addressing the refugee situation, but also served as an opportunity for the newly appointed Chief Minister to establish, support and discuss broader issues pertinent to Mizoram welfare and its role in the regional geopolitical landscape, said the report. The members of the Meitei Pangal community, civil society organizations and religious leaders met Manipur Chief Minister Ambiran Singh on January 3rd over Thoubal district victims' remain. Chief Minister Ambiran Singh expressed deep sorrow for the incident that took place at Lilong under Thoubal district that killed 5 people. Taking to platform X, Twitter, Biren Singh wrote, held a meeting with CSOs of the Meitei Pangal community at my official residence today in the presence of Honorable MP R.S. Sanazauba Leisemba, Honorable Minister Sri K. Govindas, Honorable MLA of Lilong, Sri Abdul Nasir, and my officials expressed my deep sorrow for the unfortunate incident that happened at Lilong on 1st January. The Chief Minister also mentioned that the government has agreed upon all the demands put forth by the Joint Action Committee, JAC of Lilong following, which the community has agreed upon to accept the bodies of the individuals killed in the armed militant attack. On January 3, 2 bomb explosions killed 103 people during a memorial event in Iran. The bomb blast happened at Martyr Cemetery Sahel Al-Zaman Mosque, where supporters gathered to mark the killing of that Iranian general Qasem Soleimani during the 2020 U.S. drone strike in Baghdad. The officials of the IRNA news agency reported that the twin bomb blasts had killed a total of 103 attendees, while state television reported 211 wounded, leaving some in critical condition. This explosion came amid high Middle East tensions over the killing of a Hamas senior in Lebanon on Tuesday. According to IRNA, the first explosion took place around 700 meters away from the Soleimani grave, while the other was around 1 kilometer away. The Iran Red Crescent claimed that among the dead 2 were paramedics who rushed to the scene after the first blast. President Ebrahim Raisi condemned the heinous crime as the Islamic Republic of Iran declared Thursday a national day of mourning. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.